What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment back again with another one. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications to get all of my content and all of my videos. Now, the Houston Rockets have, in my opinion, made uh, a chess move that really needed to be made, as they have uh, traded Christian Woods to the Houston Rockets have landed, or the Dallas Mavericks have landed Christian Woods from the Houston Rockets. Um, this to me is a chess move because I had always been into Christian Woods in terms of what he brings to the in terms of what he brings to the table. Um, they were in desperate need of a frontline guy that could really get it done. Christian Wood is a versatile individual. Okay, he's a versatile individual. Now, here's how the trade is going to go. Uh, the Rockets are going to trade Christian Wood to the Mavericks in exchange for the 26 overall pick in the 22 draft. Uh, the Houston Rockets are going to get Boban, Sterling Brown, Trey Burke, and Marquise Chris. And this is according to Sharon Sharina. Now, the interesting thing about this is that all five players are on expiring contracts in the 22-23 season, and four Mavericks players are being sent out for salary matching purposes. Uh, it won't be now. This is the thing that we got to understand. Okay, uh, it won't be completed until draft night, and of course, it'll be on the 23rd because the Mavs owe a protected first round pick to the Knicks in 23, and after it's like 6 months after the trade is completed, Wood will be eligible to sign that contract, and the deal is going to be worth 77 million for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? That's not bad at all. That's pretty good. Now, this is my thing right here, right? Uh, you're getting a guy in Christian Wood, and I know some people are like, well, what is he bringing to the table, Polo? Christian Wood is averaging 19.1 points, and I know he was in Houston. I know that a lot of people didn't really pay attention to Houston and everything because they didn't really have that great of a season, but he averaged 19 and 10 damn near, you know what I'm saying? Because he was at 9.9 rebounds, 2 assists, and he was a decent rim protector. And on top of that, he was above 50% from field goal, and he shot 38% from three. That's another thing that's going to be a plus for them. He can also stretch the floor. That's one of the reasons why I would have liked to have a guy like Christian Wood that is similar to a guy like Joel Embiid. Now, like I said, this isn't gonna be really official until the 23rd. Of course, we got the draft coming up. Okay, so my thing is this: the Mavs they're really trying to make those moves right now, as well as other teams in the West. Now, the biggest thing that I think everybody is looking for right now is what's going to happen in terms of Aiden. Okay, I think everybody's keeping their eyes open on what's going to happen with Aiden. But for right now, this is another chess move too, because let's go. You say a good move for the Mavs. Yeah, it's a great move. And what's up with it, Reezy? I hadn't seen you in a minute, bro. But man, listen, you getting the guy, man, 19 and 10, and one block, yeah, I take that. And Luca needs that sort of guy. Look, it don't Powell, he did what he could do. Okay, he did what he could do, but Powell is not clearly clearly not on Christian Wood level at all. So great pickup for the Mavs. Uh, got some other stuff to cover too as well. I'm gonna be up all night. You said working overtime shit. I'm doing the same thing here too, dog. Never stop grinding. Never stop grinding. But yeah, you keep on working, man. Keep beating it up always. But man, y'all tell me what you think. If this a good move for the Mavs, and what you think about the Houston Rockets, what they're receiving in return, though. But like I said, if you're just coming in, let me just go ahead and repeat it, and then I'll repeat it one more time, and then of course y'all just gonna have to replay it, okay? Again, the Rockets are trading Christian Wood to the Mavericks in exchange for the 26th overall pick in this year's draft on the 23rd. That's set to happen. And then also they're getting Boban Marjanovic, Sterling Brown, Trey Burke, Marquise Chris. Okay, this is according to Shamshare Arena. All right. And like I said, the trade won't be official until draft night because of that protested first round pick to the Knicks. Okay. And once 6 months after this trade is completed, he'll be able to sign that extension for that 77 mil. All right. Um, and look, this is also I wanted to point this out too, right? Uh, some people have been saying now the scouting report on him. I felt like I got to disagree with the scouting report. Now they were saying that it's a risky move for the Mavs. They said that he's he's subpar defensively, which I disagree with that. He had a block a game, and they said he's quite inconsistent. Uh, I disagree with all of that. You know what I'm saying? You got a guy, like I said, that's at 19.9 points per game, okay, 10 rebounds, and one block, okay, and this is in the past two seasons, and he's shooting 50 and 38. Now his free throw shooting is not that good. That's the only thing that I can really say. But sometimes, man, when you're in a losing situation, it's kind of the Andrew Wiggins effect. He could come over there, be in a winning situation. Yeah, Boban wasn't being used. Yeah, Chris would bring some toughness. But see, you're right about that, Reezy. Boban was not being used at all. And I like Boban. He probably just has to stick to doing State Farm commercials and stuff like that. But it seemed like wherever he's going, he's not being utilized. Is he sitting on the bench? Is he just going out there for garbage time to commit a foul and then go sit down? You got a guy that big. I mean, shoot, you might as well just go ahead and bump him down. You know, what do you plan on doing with him? But Christian Woods, on the other hand, he deserves to be in a winning situation. Yeah, he need to stick to uh, dusting off dusting off the table and making sure motherfuckers put a coaster on that bitch or something like he doing in the commercials talking about Boban. But nah, but really though, if he gets in a winning situation, then maybe that'll change for Christian Wood. But until then, it remains to be seen. But I really feel like him playing with Luca. I believe that Luca is going to come back. I believe that he's going to come back in shape. You know what I'm saying? I believe that him being there, and getting as far as he did to the Western Conference Final, it's really gonna say, okay, hey, look, we got to get better. Then on top of that, they're getting Tim Hardaway Jr. back. He's gonna be healthy. You got Christian Woods. He's athletic too. Don't get it twisted. Christian Woods is athletic, man. I love it, but don't let his him being slender fool you. Athletic. You say I'll take a few more years before my Rockets start to make some noise. Salute, Marco. Well, Silas Silas is on the clock right now. And see, I'm gonna be real with you. Now, you know who got interviewed for the head coaching position today? It was it was um it was Sam Cassell for the Jazz, right? But my thing is this: why not go ahead and get rid of Silas and bring Sam Cassell over there? I, I guess it's wishful thinking, Marco. But you said no telling with Luca. I think he's gonna come back. I think he's gonna come back in shape, and more importantly, I think he's gonna work on his playmaking. You know what I'm saying? Utilizing his team more, and more importantly, playing defense. Those are the three things that Luca needs to work on. Now, is he gonna come right away? Nah, the in shape part can come right away. You know what I'm saying? If he just bust his ass in the weight room, you understand what I'm saying? But youth, don't give me that young excuse though, Reezy, because Kobe was young, but guess what? When he was in his 20s and when he was 18, 19, he had a ferocious work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Luca, we're talking about greatness. Luca is going to be great, but he got to be willing to put that work in. He got to be willing to put that grind and that time in order to shine. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to go off the rails, but I think it's a good pickup because that's what they were lacking. That's what Houston was lacking. They were lacking uh, a dependable, athletic front line. That's what they were lacking, plain and simple. And I think that Jason Kidd will be willing to work with him. Jason Kidd, he's pretty much locked in, and I don't think that Kidd is planning on. I think if they make a few more key moves, they could get back in the Western Conference Finals and possibly even go to the finals. I'm not going to sleep on Dallas at all. They're out here trying to make moves. You got Dirk Nowitzki in there, man. He's not trying to lose. He ain't trying. He. It was a tough pill for him to swallow. Them making there and them being right there, and then them not getting there. And like I said, it's gonna fall on Luca, and of course the other guys got to be healthy too as well. And we got to look at what. Of course, Jalen Brunson. They talking about him staying and stuff like that. So as long as they still got their core there, I think that they can make some things happen. But we'll have to see, and it's gonna fall on their shoulders. But Christian Wood, hey, that's a chess move, man. And he ain't nothing but 26, still just barely tipping into his into his prime. So he got a lot of time left. You never know. He could go there, be an excellent pickup. And he ain't the type to sit up there and make a whole bunch of noise or anything. He's a blue collar type. Is Wood good enough to be a second or third option? Well, right now, see, I wouldn't even worry about none of that. Listen, as long as he getting 77 million, shit. Just for right now, just worry about doing your dirty work. Worry about doing the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be worried about no option. You see, see that's where they be fucking up, Reezy. And I like Aiden a lot. You know what I'm saying? But see, he was so he was so concerned about not getting the ball, which I understand. He want the ball. He want that goddamn rock. You know what I'm saying? Especially he's over there hustling. He's over there picking up the slack. He durable than a motherfucker. Ain't got hurt. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Uh, he stepped it up when Paul and when Booker wasn't there. But at the same token, it's like you had the wrong attitude at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Worry about all that shit. Be like, look, I'm gonna bust my ass in these finals, all this other stuff, and I'm gonna get back to the finals, do what we need to do, and then after that, I'm gonna chunk the deuces on you hoes, and then after that, then I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna be even better. He should have did that instead of doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? When the shit really mattered. Now it wasn't all his fault, but the fact that he, Monty Williams pointed it out, and Monty Williams is a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna just say that shit just to be saying it. He recognized it from afar. But see, the reason why I bring that up is because Christian Wood, you don't want that situation happening because that's the same shit that was happening. That whole friction that happened with him and Porzingis. Porzingis was happy about not getting the rock and all that other shit, but him and Luca were bumping heads. Look, I'm coming in there. I'm gonna bust my ass, get the rebound, get the blocks, set the screens, keep everybody happy. You know what I'm saying? You need me to do this, you need me to do that. Don't get me wrong, ain't gonna be no pushover, no shit like that. But at the same token, I'm coming up in there and the focus is gonna be championship. And then on top of that, Kid is no nonsense anyways. He ain't all Kid is gonna really get into everybody's chest about moving the rock and being a team player and more importantly preaching defense. That's Jason Kidd's coaching philosophy. Oh, listen, that's a good point, Reezy. Look, you talking about 18 and 10, 64% free throw shooting. You know what I'm saying? Value over replacement went up. You know what I'm saying? Uh, DB PM had went up. You know what I'm saying? And for those of y'all that don't know, that's perimeter defense. You know what I'm saying? That had went up. It went up from point one to like point six. You know what I'm saying? He improved his perimeter defense. Now I know he got lost at one play when what's the name lose them. Was making him miss that motherfucker Luca put a move on Aiden like god damn. But that was the thing coming in. It was like because he was having trouble with Giannis in the finals, and so he needed to improve that aspect of his game. That was his perimeter defense, and he did that. He improved his shooting. He improved his mid range. He was even stepping out on the perimeter, and he could always run the floor in transition as a big man. So hell yeah, nigga. If you think that San Antonio and Detroit ain't gonna go for Aiden, you must be out your motherfucking mind. Cause Greg Popovich wants Aiden. You know what I'm saying? Detroit, they'll be interested in Aiden. What's up with it, Stephen Green? Yeah, they making moves. Dallas ain't fucking around, and that's what good teams do. And we not fucking around neither. I'm gonna talk about us later too, Stephen. The Sixers. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm kind of disappointed in what I'm hearing, but if they do make the move that they making, uh, it better be something. It better be for something good, and I don't know, no James Harden type shit. No, they not, man. That ain't happening. That's not happening. We don't for what they want. That's not happening. Let's not put that out there, man. That's not happening, Steven. You gotta think about it. They're gonna offer what's the name, the max, Harden, and then on top of that, we gave away pretty much our whole goddamn future. So that's not happening. Yeah, you gotta pay him. They don't feel like Aiden is a potential, superstar. Like I told people, you know what I'm saying, and I know some people gonna argue about that, but what he brings to the table, he's a good quality big. He's a he's elite. He's easily a top five big man in the league. Because when he played up against Carl Anthony Towns, man, he gave Carl Anthony Towns that business. You know, every guy that he's played against, Aiden has always held his own. So, and then you got a guy like JaVale McGee. He's already there and everything. So, man, look, shoot, everybody gonna be reaching and grabbing for Aiden. I think that Phoenix thinks that, oh, ain't nobody gonna be going for Aiden. You must be out your goddamn mind. I'll pick Aiden up in a heartbeat. But yeah, man, I agree with you, Reezy. But nah, he not going to Philly. Um, Steven, that's wishful thinking. I wish he was though. If he was coming to Philly, that if there was a situation like that, I would have to get rid of Harden because you're gonna Aiden's gonna be used to. What about the Atlantic Division? What about it? But if you think about the style that he came from a, a hybrid type of. What you mean? Say what? You gotta be more specific. What you talking about, Dominique? Salute to you. You said that's why Monty Williams said it was internal. The higher ups said bench him so we could lowball him. Yeah, yeah, that was kind of fucked up. You say, can we win it? Man, we not winning shit right now, man. Until James Harden learns to come in shape and stop shooting under 40%. You surprised about what about Christian Woods? I'm not surprised by that shit, Dominique. Listen, dog, you got to understand. Dallas is trying to get they really trying to make moves, dude. We listen. Let me tell you who's all in the front office and who what they are about to do too. Okay, Jason Kidd about to revamp his he gonna bring some people on that was a part of that on the staff that was a part of that championship in uh in 2000 2010 and or 11, sorry. And sorry about that, y'all. Okay, he gonna bring some people in there that was a part of that staff. You already got Dirk Nowitzki in there as an advisor, and you got what's it called, Michael Finley as a VP. And what y'all don't know is that Michael Finley used to be VP, but he was also an international scout too. And then you you know they want to get better on the front line because that was their weak point really. And then besides, you know what I'm saying, Luca got to be a better team player and also with the defense. and stuff too, and the playmaking. And then they getting Tim Hardaway Jr. back. So Dallas is right back to work. You talking about a Jason Kidd philosophy? Yeah. And you said good luck with Harden, Michael Henry. Shoot, I'm at the point now, man. Like, because I'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll talk about the Sixers later. I'm saving the best for last. The Western Conference is going to be loaded. More teams can go to the finals. We'll, we'll have to see because you got a whole bunch of young teams in there. You got the Memphis Grizzlies. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come back. They're gonna have a little bit. They're gonna have a chip on their shoulder, and then you can't forget about the New Orleans Pelicans. And then Sam Cassell just got interviewed for the Utah Jazz. We about to, we might end up losing Sam Cassell for the Utah Jazz job. He just got interviewed. Well, that's what I want the league to be balanced. Listen, this has been a great finals. This has been a great playoffs, man. This has been a great playoffs. I want to see more parity. You know what I'm saying? I know they trying to, the Lakers are trying to, come back and all that other stuff. But what did it show this year? That the league can carry on without just one player. So everybody's trying to make their moves. Everybody's trying to, hustle up. But like I said, this move right here is very key. But but we'll have to see. See, everything's going to depend on draft night too, though, y'all. On the 23rd. You know, on the 23rd, that's when we're really going to start seeing it. And really, this isn't really official until the 23rd of draft night. And there's going to be a lot of, I think there's going to be a lot of movement on draft night. I expect a lot of movement. I'm expecting a lot of movement, but everybody is paying attention to what Aiden's is going to do. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I would have loved to have Christian Wood, like Christian Woods and Marvin Bagley the third. They kind of remind me of each other, but Christian Woods got sort of the edge right now the way he been playing. I like those type of players. Man, we're not even talking about that shit. We're not talking about LeBron's not going nowhere, man. He's not. They're not going anywhere. LeBron's not going nowhere. AD's not going nowhere, and neither is Russ. They're not going nowhere. So we could cancel that. I know y'all can't help not talking about him, but he's not going anywhere. And really, listen. That's what the Lakers really shouldn't even be worried about that. Like the Lakers are actually in a pretty good position. You gotta, dude. They're revamping their coaching. What's it called? Their coaching staff. You got Darvin Ham bringing on Rasheed Wallace. You know what I'm saying? And Rasheed Wallace is hard nosed. Darvin Ham is hard nosed. You know, and he's about to change that environment. I can't wait until the draft. I wonder who the Rockets will pick at number 3. We'll have to see, man. Um, I wouldn't be surprised uh, if it's because they're talking about Marco. They're talking about it might be Chet, Holmgren at number one because they're saying that he has the highest stock right now. But for that third pick, it might be Ben Shiro. It might be Ben Shiro from Duke. But Chet Jabari Smith is probably gonna go number one. Jabari Smith, he played at Auburn. And then Chet Holmgren. I just don't see what they see in Chet Holmgren, but he did shoot 39% from from 3 pointers. But I just wasn't impressed at Gonzaga, and they said that his upsides, he's just so lanky. But that really doesn't have nothing to do with it. I just don't see him. Ben Shiro to me is the most complete player in the draft though. And then of course you got to look out for like Jaden Ivey, um, and then Dyson Daniels because he played with the G League. So yeah, they might get Banchero. If they get Banchero, they're gonna go. You say I'm a Knicks fan, and absolutely have no clue what their plans are or their direction is going. I sure hope they do. Well, the Knicks just need to worry about. Oh man, the brother Hitman in the building, man. What's up with it, Hitman? It's been a minute, brother. Funky Town in the building, my nigga. But what's it called? Yeah, we was just speaking of the day when you said Chet. Man, I don't know, Hitman. I don't know. I don't know, man. We gotta see. I like Jabari Smith. I like Jabari Smith, and uh I like Ivy, and of course Banchero better than all of them. But I mean, the only thing that I'll give you that there on that one, Hitman, is that he shot 39% from 3 pointer, but you still got to get it done when it really matters. They talk about him playing at the center, but he could. He just. I don't know. We'll see how you go. They're going. They're looking potential wise. Wonder what's going on with Shade and Sharp. We'll have to see. Shade can be late first round pick. No, 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 no. Nah, he's gonna go in the top three, Steven. He's gonna go in the top three. He's not going. Nah, he ain't going late. Nothing. They're gonna pick this dude up in the top three. Tell him, Hitman. They're gonna pick this. Now I tell you who should go higher. AJ Griffin, from Duke. He should go higher. And Shaden Sharp is probably gonna be. He probably gonna go 9 or 10. Because Washington has that pick, and then they got you can't forget about what's that dude's name? Now, Reezy, y'all talking about getting Washington from Kentucky. Now that's a good pickup for y'all. Uh, you know, y'all are looking because the Knicks are in need of scoring and playmaking. So that's that's pretty much what their aim is. They're aiming at a guy like Ty Washington. He played for Kentucky. He was a freshman or sophomore. Yeah, AJ Stroud. Yeah, exactly. Hitman. Listen, Chet. I mean, me and Hitman disagree because I really wasn't impressed with what I saw from Gonzaga. Now, listen, me and Hitman, I think we argued about this too. I know he tired of me saying this. Imoni Bates, Hitman, you saw that motherfucking game, man. When Imoni Bates, when he start coming into his own, look out. I know, nigga, this nigga barely played. Penny Hardaway threw that nigga in the fire, and he was ready, dog. Ben Mathurin, why you like Ben Mathurin, man? Uh, from Arizona, right, Hitman? He was more of a he was a 3 and D type of player. Yeah, they probably gonna get sharp. Yeah, I mean Mathurin was he was decent because what he was putting up what like 19 a game, Hitman, and he was shooting close to 40%. He was shooting close to 40% with Arizona. But yeah, man, like once Imoni, yeah, once Imoni Bates, he gets out there and he starts coming into his own. He starts growing into his body and stuff like that. Watch, everybody gonna swallow their words. This dude is gonna be a prospect. I guarantee you. When he get eligible, yeah, he's solid. Adonis Williams, yeah, yeah. I watched him too. I was more into what's that dude's name? Davis from what was that dude's name? From Wisconsin. And look, I wasn't. I don't like the way because of what happened with the Juwan Howard thing. But Wisconsin, they that dude Davis, he did do his thing. But you talking about Williams, and I also like Patrick Baldwin. But Williams played for. You talking about Williams from Santa Clara? What's up with it, True Viking Queen? I see you in the building. I hope everything's all right. I think we just only too early. Shh. Listen, hey Hitman, I guarantee you, man, you put. I'm trying to think, cause he got a good upside, little bit out of control, much like a lot of young players. Unlike Ben Sherrill wasn't really that out of control. Ben Sherrill got Ben Sherrill got a Paleo Ben Sherrill got the most complete game in this draft. He's so composed. He kind of remind me, you know how like Mike Beasley was. He was just real calm and settled. He played with poise and under control. That's how Ben Shiro is. Imoni Bates, he ain't that way. He's antsy and stuff, but he knows what he do. He want the moment. He want that smoke. That's kind of like that nigga Tyrese Maxey. You know what I'm saying? He want that smoke. He don't mind the big moment. He a natural born leader, nigga. Okay, Williams from Wake Forest. Oh, you talking about that Williams? I thought you talking about Jalen Williams. Oh yeah. Okay. Alondis Williams. Okay. I didn't watch him that much. Keontae George is going in the draft. Yeah. Uh, he from out this way. I looked him up. I looked him up. Hitman, you heard of Keontae George? He from out this way, man. He play a hitman. He he from Louisville. But nah, he going to Baylor though. His name is Keontae George. He run the two. But Stephen Green had put me on there. Hey, he from Louisville though, Hitman. But he committed to Baylor. Yeah, look him up. It's Keontae George. He a shooting guard. He was at IMG Academy, and now he went to like the prep school, whatever, the basketball academy, and then now he committed to Baylor. But they projecting this dude, man. He was ranked he was ranked number one at one point. So I had an opportunity to look him up and everything. Yeah, that dude about 6'4", 6'5", real quick. He got that Dallas kind of that Texas game. See, now I don't know if he played football. I don't know if he played. I think he just played. He was in the McDonald's All American and the Jordan Brand Classic. I don't think he played football though. Yeah, he didn't play football. I just recognized him from basketball. What's up with it, Robert Bruce? I see you in the building. Over Scoop? Who you talking about? Who you talking about? Hitman. And see, check this out. They got Mark Williams going real late. They got him going like 23rd. They talking about, man, I think Mark Williams should go a little bit higher than that, considering what the work that he put in this year's tournament. But I think Krzyzewski fucked that up for him though. He said, "Do you think my Celtics got a chance to win tomorrow night? I think we're going to rely heavily on Brown and Derek White and Tatum's just forcing it too much." The problem with listen, the Celtics are defeating themselves. First and foremost, they're getting out of their bread and butter. Okay, they're getting out of their bread and butter. They're forcing everybody's forcing the shot. They didn't hit a. They were like at one point they hadn't hit a 3-pointer up until mid late. I might be wrong. Hitman probably know. They didn't hit it. They didn't hit a 3-pointer until like the second quarter or something like that, or some second or third quarter. But they were off, and so was Steph Curry. It was like none of them could hit 3-point shots. and they were being too predictable. They kept going for that corner shot. If it wasn't Al Horford hitting, trying to shoot the corner shot, guess what? It was Jason Tatum. If it wasn't Jason Tatum, it was somebody else. And then on top of that, you know, they had the lead, but they didn't sustain it. They sitting up in there and they're being too predictable, and they're trying to drive right. Now, one thing that Jay Will had pointed out, I give a, I give him his props, is they're starting to understand where to force these guys to. And then Tatum, he's got to stop crying. And the turnovers killed them too, because as you know, Tatum is an all-time leader in turnovers now. He surpassed LeBron James. So yeah, and they shot horrible from free throw. But listen, Ima Udoka, even though he got outcoached the last couple of games, I believe that Ima Udoka. Okay, you were talking about George Hitman. Okay, I don't think he could go first, depending on how he play at Baylor. Okay, yeah, they really started going on a run there, yeah, with the shooting, but like the first half, they shot horrible from 3 pointers. Really, they really didn't shoot good at all. They trying to go for something that's not really their bread and butter. They're a streaky team, and what I mean is that okay, when they own, they own. When they not, they not. You know, but Tatum has got to be a leader. He keep hanging his head. That's not a Mamba mentality. Kobe rolling over in his grave right now for the way that Tatum's playing right now. Nah, fuck that. If you having a bad game, don't hang your head. Do other things, and that's what he has to do. But I believe he'll bounce. They'll bounce back. Got to get more production out of the other guys. You know, I know they criticizing Al Horford and stuff like that, but I'm gonna take it easy on Al Horford just a little bit because Al Horford has done his job throughout the whole entire playoffs for his age and for what he's been doing. Him being that extra needed punch and being the punch when nobody was there. You know, but Williams got to step it up. They got to get the production from the big man. Listen, Golden State has adapted to the small, to playing the small ball. They like, okay, well, we know that we ain't got, we're not strong as far as front line and size wise. So we're going to adapt to that. And guess what? It's been Wiggins doing the rebounding. It's and they've been playing hella perimeter D. And you got to give. Listen, I know Draymond. He hasn't had his best series, but Draymond set the tone defensively, and then everybody else fell in line. So you think Hitman and Warriors and Celtics can go home, go game seven? I don't understand it. You said he actually sometimes looks intimidated by the whole stage, not necessarily Golden State, but just to the finals. He's been to 4 Eastern Conference finals, but the finals is a whole different story. Well, I mean, you there now. Look, listen, he there now. You know what I'm saying? And he's put up. Listen, people are gonna trip out when I say this. Y'all probably gonna say I'm capping when I say this. Jalen Brown has played better than Jason Tatum in this finals. in this finals. He's played better than Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown has been consistent, and on top of that, he getting it done on both ends of the floor like Jalen Brown always do. One game, Tatum in the Miami said he scored 10 points, but had 15 assists. You're right. He should definitely work on something. Yeah, I know what game you're talking about, and he did it. He did it in this. He did it in this game too. In this final too, where he had what, like 13 assists. You know what I'm saying? So he could do a good job in playmaking and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that sometimes it's not gonna be there. It's just like with Steph Curry, right? It's just like with Steph Curry. He had 16 points, but they were still able to get the win, and that's what's scary. Because then you got Andrew Wiggins, you got to worry about somebody that everybody slept on. You got to worry about Klay Thompson, somebody that everybody then gave up on. And you got to worry about uh, you know, Poole coming off the bench. Then you got them Gary Payton Jr. People forget Gary Payton Jr. had 15 points off the bench. So you got multiple guys on there that's capable of getting you at least a dub. Nah, man, listen, they're gonna do it, man. They at home, okay? They at home, and Marcus Smart is going to really come out there because Marcus Smart is really the leader of the Boston Celtics. They started contesting Al Horford every time he shot the ball at the top of the key, and he should drive to the basket or draw the foul and kick it out. Well, they figured out that, well, they're kind of doing what, okay, the reason why they've been kind of, they've neutralized, what's it called, Draymond Green, and I'm trying to get to an example, is because he'll be at the top of the key or whatever, and that's where he likes to operate at the top of the key. Well, they taking that away. Well, Steve Kerr kind of mirrored that, and they said, okay, we're going to take away some of what they like to do, and it's like they're having trouble finding a counter to that. But Boston has always been a rugged, hard nosed team that could pretty much do everything. They could play finesse when it's needed. They could play tough when it's needed. They could they could shoot when it's needed. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, they're not consistent with the shooting. They could be streaky at times. You said definitely Brown has played better. Yeah. See, but when you say that, people think I'm capping. Listen, Jalen Brown could fuck around and get Finals MVP. I don't care what nobody say. If if the Celtics win, mark my words, y'all heard it here tonight. If y'all not listening to me, Jalen Brown could fuck around and win uh Finals MVP. You know. Now, uh I don't think if the Golden State Warriors win, then Steph Curry will still get it, even though he had a bad game, that last game or whatever. I mean, he been he been balling out pretty much the entire series with the exception of that game. But uh, we'll have to see what happens, man. We'll definitely see what happens. It's gonna be it's Sorry about that, y'all. I fell out. Let's see. You said Tice. You said Daniels not playing any minutes. Start. He used to start for a year ago. Can't keep using 6 or 7 man rotation. Yeah, Tice, man, he needs more. He needs more minutes. You said Marcus Smart is streaky too. He can make 7 3 pointers. He gets hot in there. Yeah, but he's a leader. He's the leader. He's the leader. Robert, both emotional wise and as well as from a player standpoint too, because he motivates them on the defensive end. But I'll um I'll be back a little bit later, y'all. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment, man. I'll get at y'all later.